Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be showing you my piggy build mode map. Yay! Okay, so let's just get into it right now. So, not much has been done. Mostly cliffs and walls have been built. But we do have a dock right here. We have a boat. We have a cave over there. We have this path. We have the main attraction, this beautiful mountain I built. Not really beautiful in my eyes. And then over here, if we go through the mountain, oh, don't mind that. This build is very unfinished. But if we go through here, we will be met with this beautiful structure, which is supposed to be a lookout tower or whatever. And then actually, yeah, those are the main attractions. So, oopsies. Let's actually start off with the boat first. So, this boat is very, very, quick. It was built very quick. It was off of a Google image I searched up, and you're not really supposed to see what's happening behind the scenes here, but mostly what happens is in the cutscene, actually, you're standing right out of view to where you can only see as much of this, you can only see this much, and you can't see all these extra parts back here. So yeah, this boat, I had some technical difficulties with it because as in the scene, you are supposed to look out into this area and you're supposed to see the island you're arriving to. So this was, again, just really quick. I had to build something so it could work for the cutscene, and I also had to try and make it look like this from afar, because when you do load into the game, you load in actually here, and you're supposed to be able to spot the boat. And there will be some dialogue added here. From the view of the boat, you're supposed to be able to see the little lookout tower or research tower in the distance, but as in seen in the cutscene, it doesn't work too good as the fog and nighttime is not really helping, but it will make more sense when you load into the game, definitely. But the main idea was you were supposed to be able to see the lookout tower, and we were supposed to be able to mention it. But the story has changed from that point to where your goal, I believe, will now... Well, I actually haven't decided on that, really. It's the main story so far is just you have to arrive on this island, you have to research about this, and your main goal is getting to this research tower. But I will have to connect the dots later on that. But yes, you're supposed to be able to see it from the view. Actually, you can also see the boat from here, so it's a win-win situation. But again, since the fog doesn't help with that aspect. There's actually an inside to this little research tower. I would show you, but it's actually not anything secret. You're not even able to get into this research tower. It's just something I added as a little feature that I think would be cool. But you're never actually gonna ever see it until this map is finished all the way and I show you the secret that's inside this. Okay, now moving on to this cave. It's fairly simple. I just used some trees in the front, the little tooth blocks and everything. It's fairly simple, and the only reason this area was built was because this is where Piggy actually spawns, and the bot for this map is actually Umbra. So I put Umbra here because I think it would be cool, since Umbra did come from Breakout, and Breakout's supposed to be a hallucination chapter. I was thinking maybe since Umbra is technically a hallucination of Tigery, I think that would be cool if I put that into my map, and I could be like, oh, hey, this is a hallucination again. Because really, again, the main idea of this thing is you're arriving to this island, but but when you arrive to it, you hallucinate because something's not right with this island. And that's why your goal is to get to the research island. I kind of just added that on right now. I should have said that earlier, but this is part of the story. And yeah, so Umbra just spawns here. I added little patches of grass to look like moss growing. And yeah. Oh, and then there's this little car toy. It's not used for anything yet. I actually haven't continued on like what it means, but I definitely need to, because I was going somewhere with it, but it's not really something worth mentioning right now because I really don't know what I'm going to use for it. But one more thing is, the reason why it's raining here is I wanted to add kind of like a dripping water effect, kind of, but didn't really work out too much, so it just looks like it's raining in here only. While really outside, once this whole map is done, I'm gonna add a bunch of snow and everything. And finally, to the first ever thing that was shown on my channel, the first little review I had on it, was this actually mountain. And it's not very big, but it is the best part of my map so far, and that's what I hope you guys will agree on. But if you guys have different opinions, that's perfectly fine. But this mountain is like barely done. It was the one thing that I focused on for a while until moving on to other stuff. It's still actually fairly unfinished, as seen here. These are supposed to be little like spikes kind of coming down, these tooth blocks right here. And I was gonna do it for the rest of the mountain, but I haven't gotten to it so far. I definitely need to get to that, but I was building here and all that until I moved on to here. Until I moved on to the, you know, all this other stuff, the boat, the water, all that stuff. The main things are right here right now are actually this mechanic right now. So what you have to do is just you have to put this iron rod into it, and then you go over here and spawn another iron rod, and then you put it there, and it just opens up to be a little like kind of, I don't know, hiding place, or it's about an item's gonna be there. I'm not too sure, but that's what it's mainly going to be. I actually have no other decisions for why it's here or anything right now, because I kind of skipped. I didn't finish this mountain yet. I kind of skipped over to going to other parts of the map, as the only thing here was the mountain, and I didn't like that. But yeah, and then actually my vision for this mountain is that along here we're gonna have like a bunch of mine shafts going along here, and that's actually why the map's called Mine Shaft, because the main idea is for it to be like a mine shaft area. And again, as you see, I haven't gotten to this concept yet, and I really should, but it probably won't happen until I'm finished with maybe the outside, because actually over here I need a bunch more stuff here. I need buildings, more mountains, more walls, all that kind of stuff. And then finally for this area, just this little hole, if you guys were wondering, you're supposed to be able to climb up the mountain actually. And when you climb up to it, you'll be able to get, this will be the main like place where you can actually interact with the mine shafts. So a mine shaft is supposed to be like along like right here. But as seen, you can't see it right now. Well, obviously it's not there, but that's what this hole is for. Okay, so over here, you're supposed to be able to use TNT here, and this will explode as it's right there. And then once you get through here, you actually already kind of saw this. You're supposed to go through here, and you're supposed to go onto this bridge. And the thing is, if you're wondering why there's like a bunch of this stuff, it's actually because you're supposed to fall through the ground right here through this bridge. And then when you fall, you're supposed to fall all the way down here into this big ditch that is very unfinished, as you can see. The only problem I have with this little aspect of the game is the fact that when people fall through the trapdoor, they're gonna just swim there. They're gonna like float there. They're not gonna fall all the way through as I intended. Okay, I can't speak. As I intended to happen, which kind of sucks. But my solution to that was simply, oh, hey, I'm just gonna add some dialogue here and be like, oh, I guess there's no way out. I'm just gonna swim down maybe. But I might change that up, and I might like shorten this right here, pull this back, and do like maybe like no water underneath, which it's kind of a problem because I don't know how to fix this problem. Because another thing that could happen is some people can just sit here and float here and do nothing, which sucks because they'll be ruining the game and they could possibly hog something and not let anybody use anything, which obviously sucks. So I have to find a solution for this. I'm still looking into it. I'm still kind of thinking of what I can do, but I definitely will make some adjustments in the future. And then on my second update, you will see some big differences, definitely, and hopefully, actually, because I don't want it to, I don't want to have to keep it this way because it's gonna like, it's gonna be like weird, because like just the dialogue I added, all it says is, oh, I guess there's no way out of this. I'm just gonna like swim down, like kind of something like that, which makes no sense. Wait, actually, the exact dialogue is, shoot, there's no going back now. Might as well swim around and check the area out. And the problem is, you can only go like in this box of this area, which you can't really check the area out. So again, I have to find a different solution, but for now, this is what I have, which sucks, but I'll have to deal with it.